Good morning. This is All India Radio, Kohima. The morning news read by Ketholeno. Operation to douse off Zuku Valley area entered 9th day today. Fresh fire was reported to be erupted in the valley at multiple locations yesterday. Intensive ground operations are being carried out by Nagaland Police, Forest, NDRF, SDRF and SAYO volunteers. While Indian Air Force will continue to assist in dousing the fire in the valley, Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio, who carried out an air survey of the latest forest fire situation at Zuku Valley yesterday, expressed hope that the joint efforts by all concerned to tackle the situation will douse the raging fire soon. In a tweet, Rio urged the people to strive and support the effort of preserving and promoting the rich biodiversity of the valley and learn to live in harmony with nature. The Eastern Nagaland People Organization (ENPO) has expressed displeasure over the pace of construction of the Foothill Road. A press release from the organization has stated that the paced construction of Foothill Road connecting Khelma to Tizit, which started way back in 1974, has put the Nagas at the mercy of neighboring state due to frequent bans and blockades being imposed by various organizations. In this regard, ENPO has urged the state government to take up the issue as priority project for the interest of the public. Meanwhile, the Nagaland Foothills Road Coordination Committee has appealed to all the Apex Tribal Hoho to donate an amount of 50,000 rupees each to mitigate the Foothills Road project at the earliest. Centre has said that, based on the feedback of Dry Run, it is ready to introduce COVID-19 vaccine within 10 days from date of emergency use authorization. The DCGI on Sunday had announced the approval of 2 vaccines for restricted use in the country. Briefing media, Union Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan said that the final decision lies with the centre. He said, in any immunization program in India, manufacturers first transport vaccines to 4 primary vaccine stores across the country, from where it is transported in bulk to 37 state vaccine stores and then to districts and finally to PHCs. Bhushan said a large-scale dry run was conducted in all states and UTs on Saturday with an objective to test operational feasibility of use of CoWIN, assess linkage between planning and implementation, and identify challenges before actual implementation. The Union Health Secretary said the daily positivity rate of COVID-19 is continuously declining and has been less than 3% from 23rd December to 5th January. The trip of the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson to India later this month has been postponed. In a telephonic conversation with Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday, Johnson expressed his regret for being unable to visit India later this month as planned, citing the need to oversee the pandemic response in the UK. Johnson said that, in light of the national lockdown in the UK and the speed at which the new coronavirus variant is spreading there, it is important for him to remain in the country so that he can focus on the domestic response to the virus. The two leaders emphasized on their shared commitment to the bilateral relationship and to continue to build on the close collaboration between India and the UK. 3 beneficiaries from Nagaland of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Housing for All, Urban Mission PMAY HFAU under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs were awarded with the Best House Construction Awards along with other 85 beneficiaries from the country on 1st of January. In a press release, State Mission Director PMAY HFAU Mission and Joint Director Municipal Affairs Department Temjenrenla Ketcha said the recipients were Seyevinho Angami and John Ligise Zilang from Dimapur and Kajose Nutase from Kohima. Indian Railways has rebuffed reports in certain sections of the media making baseless claims about possibility of hike in passenger fares. Railways said that these reports have no factual basis and any proposal to increase the passenger fare is currently not under consideration. It also urged media to refrain from publishing or circulating such unfounded claims. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps: wear a face mask, wash hands frequently with soap and water or use hand sanitizer, and follow social distancing norms. With that, we come to the end of morning news. Have a nice day.